thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words. So I want to let the room settle down a little bit. Then we'll get started. Thanks again for having me. I'm going to change the game on you a little bit. We've been talking about technology. We're talking about leadership. We heard quite a bit about leadership. And my title today is Leadership. It's the operating system. I'm sorry, my voice is just coming back a little bit, so just bear with me here a little bit. So I've sat in lots of different conferences like this, a lot of different boardrooms, a lot of different strategy sessions. And the thing about it is, I think we've been having the wrong conversations. We've been talking about technology as if it's the ultimate, solution to what our problems are. And I think sometimes what we're having in those meetings, those strategy sessions, those board meetings, we're kind of having a shopping conversation. We're shopping technology, and there's no strategy, and there's not the right mindset behind the technologies that we're talking about. The thing about it is, it's the same conversation wherever you go. We're talking about systems. We're talking about platforms. Sherry talked about AI. AI isn't going anywhere. It's going to get stronger. It's going to get broader. It's going to have a bigger reach and a deeper reach. Technology is going to get smarter, and the technology is going to keep evolving. The thing about it, are the leaders evolving and growing as the technology grows? That's the question. You see, you can have the best technology, and we're seeing this. We're feeling this right now in our environments, in our space. Here's the thing. Every failed digital transmission that I've seen had nothing to do with technology. You're seeing quite a bit of it in our country. You hear about this bank launching this new platform, this new system. I walked into the bank the other day. I was trying to send some funds to my daughter for school fees. They say it's an online platform. Why do I have to go on an online platform, do a transaction, when I'm done, walk into your bank and say, look, I just did something online. Can you release this and send this to my daughter, to her bank? Nobody in the bank can answer it. But here's the question. I won't call the bank name, but here's the thing. There are the same banks in the Bahamas that exist in other places of the world. For example, there's CIBC in Canada, and there's CIBC in the Bahamas. Do you think for 1 second that the CIBC experience in Canada is the same CIBC experience in the Bahamas? No. Why not? Somebody just said it. It's a leadership issue. It's a leadership issue. You see, the leaders in our domain, they don't think that is good enough for us. They don't think that we can handle certain things. Well, if you let them do that, they're going to lose all their money. If you let them do that, they're going to send their monies in the wrong places. So let them come into the bank. So they put these fake online structures out there, and they tell us that we're online, and they frustrate us. I get so angry when I go into the banks because of these kinds of situations, whereby, you have these people in the suits, and they limit us as customers on the tail end. And we're so limited in what we can do. And with these fake online experiences, like I said, they all fail because of leaders. Technology does not transform countries, does not transform companies, does not transform cultures. Everything as it relates to technology and how technology performs is a matter of leadership. You see, there's no limit to technology. Technology can do whatever you want it to do, but the limits come as a result of the mindsets of the leaders in the organizations. And that's a fact. And we experience this every day. It's so sad that what we experience in our country. Here's the thing. Like I said, leadership is the operating system. Technology is the upgrades. That is what technology is. It's the upgrades. Leadership is the operating system because everything that we do runs on leadership. Everything that happens in this country is as a result of leadership. John Maxwell says everything rises and falls on leadership. A lot of people really don't understand what that statement really means. But everything that happens in this country, street lights don't work, the potholes don't fix. There's a long trench right now along Shirley Street that goes all the way up to probably almost the government house. It's been there for 3 weeks. I've been gone away for almost 2 weeks. It's still there. Leaders in our country drive over it every day, just like you and I. It don't even faze them. It's a matter of leadership, guys. It gets me so angry. And everybody who knows the space that I'm in, I talk about leaders all the time. You know, I talk about organizations all the time. I always tell them, you know, I tell stories about companies like y'all. You go to license your car. You're talking to a black window. You're pushing your money to somebody, you can't even see them. You can't even see if you don't even know if they tell you thank you. They make it difficult for you to give them your monies. It's a matter of leadership, guys. But guess what? That black window has been there for 20 years. It's not a governmental issue. It's not an F&M or PLP issue. It's a leadership issue. Because it doesn't faze them. Guess what? A lot of them don't even know that black windows exist because they walk through their organizations through the back door. They don't even see the black windows. It's like some banks. They don't use the same doors that we use. You know, I went to an organization the other day. I almost wanted to take the mat at the front door and take it outside and shake it out. That's how filthy it was. I said, no way. There's no way that the leadership walks through this door every day and see this rug here. Here's the hard truth, guys. Organizations buy technology, but they deploy leadership behaviors. And leadership behaviors determines the outcomes that we get, that we receive with those technologies. There's no limit to those technologies, guys. Those technologies can do whatever the leaders around us want them to do, but they limit us. So why is it? Bank of America experience. You bank at Bank of America, you can sit at your desk and you can do anything. You can send $1 million to somebody but go into the bank if you got it in your funds. But I can't spend over $10,000 online unless I walk into CIBC. I'm sorry I call their name, hey. Gosh, I still call their name. I hope I don't have the CIBC folks in here. But I tell you, I tell stories about companies like that. That's my job. I tell stories, you know? I have to walk into the bank, and it doesn't faze them. And I have the same complaint every time. So I told a young lady the other day, say, I'm sorry it's you today. But I was like, do y'all tell your leadership about this? She was like, yes, we do. I said, do they listen? She said, I'm not sure. It's sad, guys. This is the sad truth. When you take old leadership and you put old leadership with new technology, you get a faster failure rate. That's all you get. That's what's happening with us today. We got old leadership. What I mean by old leadership, that industrial age thinking, old mindsets, and you put in new technologies, you bring in AI and all this good stuff, they fail faster. That's all they do. And they cause us more confusion, more frustration. Because you know what? Those old leaders are always trying to think, how can I control something? How can I approve something? How can I protect the status quo? How can I protect me? How can we protect the company? It's never about us as customers. It's always about them. But here's the thing. New leadership plus old technology. If you take new leadership and you put new leadership with old technology, you get innovation anyhow. Because it's a different mindset from those new leaders. Because new leaders always think about empowerment. How can we empower our people? How can we empower our customers so that they don't have to come into the bank? So when it's online, it's a real online experience. It's not a fake online experience. How do we remove the obstacles from our customers? How do we remove the obstacles from our people? And how do we multiply leadership in our organizations? How do we create more leaders? That's what it's all about. If you're not creating more leaders in your companies, then you're not creating a space where there's empowerment and where people can exist. There's global proof of what I'm saying, that leadership is the operating system. Take a look at this picture here. This is Dubai. 1990. Look at Dubai at the top. Desert. 2020. Look at Dubai. How much years is that, guys? 30 years. 30 years. Leadership is the operating system. Dubai didn't digitize processes. Their leaders reimagined what's possible for us. Where can we take this company? Where can we take the industries in this company? More than anything, where can we take our people? What's the next step for our people? Singapore. Some of you have been to Singapore. It's a place to go. Singapore built leadership systems first. They understood clearly that leadership is the operating system. Technology are the upgrades. Technology is what became the upgrades for them. They didn't just build smart cities, they built smart leaders. Singapore focuses on its leadership and its leadership development. They understand it clearly. They've gotten it right. In Singapore, plans get executed. Planning is a part of their culture. They just don't create these big plans and these big announcements. After the plans, they execute. They make things happen. Things get done. Deadlines matter. When they commit to a deadline, it happens. Execution and accountability is a part of their DNA. It's a part of their culture. It's how they exist. Have any of you ever experienced the Singapore International Airport? It's just a seamless operation. It's almost like the ninth wonder of the world. It's like, wow, you just move so seamlessly. It's just unbelievable. In Singapore, excellence isn't heroic. There's no big cheer and big applause for excellence. It's the norm. It's what's expected. And that's the operational style of their leaders. It's institutional. So in every organization, every institution, every educational organization, it's all about excellence. It's a part of their culture. It's a part of who they are, what they do, how they feel, how they act. Let's bring it home, guys. Let's bring it home. Look at that slide. Local wake-up call. It's not a very clear slide. Hopefully you can see it. The top slide, Bay Street, 1940. The bottom slide, that's Bay Street 2024. Look at them really closely. How much years is that? Plenty. Any major differences in those slides? You know the thing about it? People brag about this. This picture gets me angry. But leaders brag about this. They show this. They proudly show this. 1964 Bay Street and 2026 Bay Street. So it's a mindset thing, guys. Leadership is the operating system. We can't have buildings over 10 stories. Let's all our buildings have to be colonial. We don't want to hide our beaches. It's foolishness, guys. It's a mindset issue. Singapore is much bigger than the Bahamas, than Nassau. 80 years. You see what she said? Dubai was how much years, Mr. Major? 80. This is how many years? 80, guys. 80. 84 years. Would you like to see this picture in 90 years? I can come back in the same room and show you the picture. If our leadership doesn't change, if our mindset doesn't change, if we don't have new leaders come into the system with a different mindset, it's not going to change, guys. They're going to be holding up the same picture and bragging about it. The question isn't whether technology is coming. It's whether leadership is ready. I don't know if you can look at that drawing, that image really, really good. Do you see what's happening with that image? That's the Bahamas reimagined, guys. Guess what? I walked into a Bahamian office more than 5 years ago. And I saw a pictorial image like this. Not as modern as this, very similar to this, but all of the islands of the Bahamas are linked by bridges. It's actually on a wall somewhere in an office. Somebody came up with the concept. I don't know if it was a Bahamian or a foreigner. I don't know where it came from. But I saw this 5 years ago in somebody's office. But guess what? We couldn't imagine that. Oh, we can't handle that. We can't lane the bridges. It's going to be too expensive. We don't want people driving. Somebody may fall overboard. Somebody go, what happens if the cars run? It's just this mindset. The new competitive advantage is in infrastructure. You got that? The new competitive advantage is in infrastructure. It's your leadership mindset. That's what separates Dubai. That's what separates Singapore. That's what separates Estonia. That's what separates some other nations from other nations. And that's what differentiates who's who. Because this is going to be the game changer, the mindset. Whether you have the old industrial leadership the old leadership versus whether you have new leadership. Technology will keep evolving. Like we heard, AI is going to get smarter, guys. It's going to get smarter. Systems will get smarter. But if you put old leadership with all this new stuff, it's going to fail faster. That's all that's going to happen. It's going to fail faster. And we're going to feel it. And we're feeling it now, guys. I don't know if you all feel it, but we feel it now. That's why we're so frustrated. You know, you walk into the system. I walked into this food store the other day. The lady said, do you want to sign up for a new, I guess, a loyalty program? I said, yeah, what do I need? My birth certificate? Where do I live? I need this. I said, miss, are you joking? I said, I should only give you my phone number and my email address. That's all you need from me, nothing else. All this other stuff. I said, no, I don't want it. Keep it. Give me the stamps. Give me the stamps. That's a disgrace, guys. It's crazy. You walk into Publix. Do you want to sign up for the system? Yeah, put your phone number in there. Bam, done. Put your email address in there. Bam. Walk into Macy's. Walk into Neiman Marcus. Do you want to sign up for our system? Put your email address in there. Bam. Done. No birth certificate. No, who's your mother's maiden name? The lady asked me who's my mother's maiden name. I said, are you crazy? What does that have to do with your business? I don't know if my mom can even remember her maiden name. She's 87 years old. Leadership will always be the multiplier. The future belongs to the most transformed leaders, not the most advanced technology. We're talking a lot about technology here today, guys, but look here. Like the last speaker said, everything hinges on leadership because everything rises and falls on leadership. Leadership is the operating system. Technology is just the upgrades. If you don't walk away with anything else from today's session, you walk away with that. It's the operating system. The next competitive advantage is an infrastructure. It's a leadership mindset. How do our leaders think? How are we going to challenge our leaders to think? Our elections are coming up, guys. Be careful who you vote for. You're going to continue to vote for colors? Vote for mindset. All the way. Vote for mindset. That's how we're going to change the game. Not the ham, not the turkey, guys. We've got to be bigger than that. I teach leadership. I tell it like it is. Some people write me back, some people don't. But it's the only way we're going to change the game, guys, the mindset of our leaders. What are they saying to us? And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't want you to walk out here today and believe that when I'm talking about leadership, I'm talking about government people. This is not a political conversation when we talk about leaders. Leaders are us, the people in the room. You guys are the leaders, the people that lead. Us that lead organizations. We're the leaders. This is not a PLP and an F&M thing. They are part of the leadership. But this mindset goes across the board. And this is why in countries like Singapore, culturally, it works at the macro level. Where excellence exists at the macro level. Accountability exists at the macro level. It's everybody. That's why the sidewalks are so clean in Singapore. That's why you can't spit in Singapore. That's why you can't chew gum and spit it on the ground in Singapore. You get locked up. It's a cultural thing. It's accepted. Here's the thing. If you transform the leader, you transform everything. Do you see that drawing there? That's the Bahamas. Can we reimagine the Bahamas? Oh no, we can't link all the islands by bridges. It allows the people to get, people may disappear and they may try to drive to the United States. That's the United States in the background. It's a mindset. How do we shape the mindset? AI is good, it's powerful. But what's the mindset behind the AI technologies? It's the upgrade. But leadership is the mindset. Leadership is the operating system. If you transform our leaders, you transform everything. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for having me.